Hyperinflation, families relying on food banks, unaffordable home energy, rental market collapsing, home ownership unattainable for most people under 30, little to no access to healthcare despite paying national insurance contributions every month, little to no attempt to alleviate poverty in this country. And yet our wonderful government is throwing billions of pounds of taxpayers' money at India in foreign aid. And India is doing so well economically, it's just launched a rocket to the moon. Doesn't make a lot of sense, does it? Ask some woke social justice warrior to explain it all to you, and they'll probably just huff and puff, call you a racist, and shuffle off to have a sulk in their safe space. Of course, it goes without saying at this point that you can't trust our government to act in the nation's interest. None of us has any expectation of that. If you could still muster the enthusiasm to vote at this point, your choice will be based entirely on an assessment of which party is going to do the least damage, which party is going to impoverish you the least. It goes without saying that we can't trust our elected representatives and we can't trust our legacy media to report truthfully on what they're getting up to. The truth comes out slowly in dribs and drabs over the course of a year or two, doesn't it? Whatever the government happens to be up to at any given time, it takes a year or so for all the information to filter through to us and for us all to finally understand the extent to which we've been screwed over. Such is the terrible standard of journalism in this country, you're forced to try and find some truth online, to filter through a million shouty voices, all telling you conflicting things as we wade through a trash pile of AI-generated disinformation, not being able to discern between what's real and what's contrived. You can't trust Big Pharma selling us poison we don't need for conditions that don't truly exist, using their Munchausen by proxy business model to line their pockets, watching their gullible victims mired in addiction and dependency. You can't trust the food industry, selling us the trash that makes us ill in the first place. We pay for the bad food makes us ill, we pay for medication, the medication makes us more ill, and anonymous psychopaths at the head of global corporations rack up profits whilst long-term sickness decimates whole economies. And you'd hope you might be able to trust comedians at least, to make jokes about it all, but they're too scared of being cancelled. God forbid you tell the truth. You start telling the truth, you can't get on the BBC. TikTok starts censoring your content. Venues start banning you. Best just to play along with the globalist lie. Pander to the psychopathic regime like good little puppets. We've all got bills to pay, I suppose. Please do like and subscribe, and for exclusive content support me on Patreon or contribute to my PayPal by following the links below this video. This channel really does only exist with your support. Your contributions are the only thing that gives me the freedom to do what I do, so please do chip in with whatever you can afford. Thanks for watching.